Spain get us underway. Playing in gold against the Turks in red. And you can bet your bottom dollar that this will be a tense affair. The Spaniards know that they are the favourites, but Turkey will be working their socks off to get a result here tonight. The crowd will be in excellent voice. The crowd that give this place the nickname Hell. Those fireworks, loads of shouting. And trying to put the Spaniards off with every pass. Well, Torres, you can see they're on his own up front tonight. He's going to have, well, his hands full, really. Going to have to do a lot of running to keep up with the Turkish defence, who will certainly be sticking two men on him, I'm sure. Can afford to concentrate on the Liverpool man with David Villa out of the side. I'll take you through the two lineups now. Turkey then going from right to left. They've got Volkan Demirel in goal. The back four of Gürkan Gönül, Emre Aziz, Hakan Balta, and here on the ball, Ibrahim Üzülmez. In midfield, Mehmet Aurelio, the Brazilian-born midfielder. Emre Belözoğlu, formerly of Newcastle, of course, as well in centre midfield. Tuncay down the right, Tuncay Sanli, that is, of Middlesbrough. Arda Turan, the reputed star player, and certainly the Turks, someone the Turks will be pinning their hopes on for tonight's match to produce a little bit of magic down the left. Arda Turan, Nihat, and Semih Şentürk up front. While the Spaniards, they're no short of quality, that's for sure. Iker Casillas in goal, the man who came fourth in the FIFA World Player of the Year last season. It's Ramos, Marchena, Piqué, the scorer in the last game, and Capdevila across the back. Alonso and Senna will hold things in midfield. Xavi, the playmaker. David Silva using his pace and acceleration down the right. Albert Riera, another Liverpool man in the side tonight, down the left. And then Fernando Torres on his own up front. Here's Emre. Trying to find the overlapping run from left back of Ibrahim Üzülmez. He couldn't quite find his long-haired compatriot. Well, as we mentioned before, kick-off, one of the most intriguing duels tonight will be between the Real Madrid right back who we saw taking the throw there, Sergio Ramos, and Arda Turan. Certainly Turan's going to have to get the better of Sergio Ramos tonight if he is going to make an impact. He's the new golden boy of Turkish football. Acts of skill. Well, scored two at Euro 2008, one in the 2-1 win over Switzerland in the first of three comebacks, and then also against the Czech Republic as well. That was in the final group match. Outstanding goals they were too. Well, first free kick of the game. It's Senna, the man who's gone down. I'm sure that won't be the last time, sorry, that we'll see Emre Belözoğlu going in hard. Now it's Fenerbahce, the 28-year-old. He's winning his 61st cap tonight. Well loved by the Newcastle supporters from his time there. You may remember he scored a free kick to beat rival Sunderland a few seasons ago, so etched into the history books at St James's Park. Although his move to Fenerbahce wasn't all plain sailing. The Galatasaray fans, of course, his old club, weren't too happy, and they actually staged some protests as well. They felt that it was a traitorous thing to do, but in fairness to Emre, he did say that he was a lifelong Fenerbahce fan, so fair play to the lad, really. Hakan Balta. Üzülmez. Certainly more of a wing-back role tonight for Üzülmez. He does like to get forward, the 35-year-old. Still got bags of energy. Foul there by Xavi. Hakan Balta looking for the run of Semih Şentürk, man who scored that equaliser at Euro 2008 in the quarter-finals, the very last minute against Croatia. Of course, you'll remember Slaven Bilic's men. The Croats thought they were through after a last-minute goal, but Şentürk's goal took it into a penalty shootout in which Mladen Petric, the Hamburg man, missed. And the Turks went through to the semis where they lost out in the end to Germany by 3-2. Philipp Lahm with the winner that night. Well, Spain are one of only 3 teams left in European qualifying for South Africa who maintain a 100% record. The others, England and Holland. England, of course, taking on the Ukraine tonight. Holland themselves, well, they've got a big game against Macedonia, although it does look like, rather like in Spain's group actually, that they're the runaway leaders in the group, and Turkey could be away here. Almost a break on there for Nihat. Certainly the Villarreal man is a threat. He was a top scorer in La Liga a few years back when he was at Real Sociedad. He's been with Villarreal now since 2006. Having said that, well, I mentioned his goal-scoring capabilities, but he's yet to score this season for Villarreal. Got 17 goals in 58 caps for Turkey, though, and he'll be hoping to add to them tonight. Capdevila with the throw. Riera. Well, that's dangerous on the edge of the box from Arda Turan. Tunçay. Good tracking back from the Spaniards. Looked as though they might be caught on the break there, but you'll have noticed that plenty of Spanish bodies got back in time to cover. Sloppy. Here's Ramos. Good challenge by Arda, the man he's going to have a battle with tonight. That's a clever ball wide. Well, twisting and turning over there on the far side was Mehmet Aurelio, but referee straight away said no. Turkey, they have been optimistic about this game following the match on Saturday. They certainly didn't play badly. Though they were on the back foot, they closed the Spaniards down well. They may have a chance here, eventually away by Piqué. Aurelio to Uzulmets. Now Balta. Certainly Turkey going for the win. They've pushed people a long way forward. Very high defensive line. This is a bright start from the Turks. Senna. Right by David Silva, but he's lost out the man who does get into the side tonight. Replaces David Villa effectively, but will be plying his trade down the right wing. David Silva, plenty of pace and a very dynamic midfielder. The Spaniards may well have had a case there for offside, not given by the assistant referee. Won by Senna, one of the top performers in the summer at Euro 2008. Some people even argue that he was the player of the tournament, although his midfield partner Xavi won that award. Xavi to Sergio Ramos, taking on Uzulmets. Now Silva. Thanks for the run of Riera, but the flag's up. Spain, they've got a fantastic team out, but they are in fact missing a couple of players, Andres Iniesta of Barcelona, and of course Arsenal's Cesc Fabregas. They would usually be two starters, but both of those injured at the moment. I was taught that Liverpool's Alvaro Arbeloa would get a start this evening after he watched from the stands on Saturday. That was at the Bernabeu, Real Madrid's ground, but he could only find a place on the bench tonight. Capdevia's throw. Torres. Free kick goes Turkey's way. Torres obviously backing in. Well, 10 minutes gone, and I think we can safely say that Turkey are well up for this game, but we expected that beforehand, no doubt about it. But they're going for every ball, and so far they've looked slightly more threatening, although the game is, of course, still in its early stages, and I'm sure it'll be a while before the game really settles down and both teams start to knock the ball around on the turf. Casillas got some work to do. Clears upfield. On by Torres. Here's the Liverpool man once again. Immediately closed down by the Turkish defence. Emre Esikler, the 35-year-old Galatasaray defender, made his debut for Turkey way back in 1993. Played at the 2002 World Cup as well as at Euro 2008. Break on here. Well covered by Alonso. Vicente Del Bosque there, keen to wrap up qualification before the final match. He doesn't want to have to play Bosnia on the final day and need the win. So certainly he's come here with the intention of making it 6 out of 6. He's done brilliantly so far. He must be used to winning. He's got 100% so far in his 8 games as manager, 5 of them in this qualification group. But also won in 3 friendlies as well. One of them against England back in February. A 2-0 win. Goals coming from David Villa and Llorente that day. Strike from Riera. Great save from Volkan Demirel. Dangerous. And the first real chance of the match goes to the Liverpool winger. He struck it with fury. It was dipping under the crossbar. Imperative that Volkan got a hand to it. And didn't he do well? Explosive effort from Albert Riera, the 26-year-old, looking to add to his single international goal so far. And certainly looking to make amends for missing out on Euro 2008. He didn't get into the squad. Looks as though Volkan's injured himself making that save as well. One of the 6'3" goalkeepers, plenty of him to come down and hit the turf. Rustu Rekbe, probably no stranger to coming on in important games as a substitute. You may remember from Euro 2008, Volkan himself got a red card in the final Euro 2008 group game against the Czech Republic. He pushed over Jan Koller in injury time. Very bad decision that was. And Tunçay Sanli actually took over in the sticks that day, if I remember rightly. Rekbe came on in the next game and made some heroic saves, especially in the penalty shootout against Croatia. That took them through to the semis, so certainly got options, the Turks. Capdevia. Again finds Riera, who will be full of confidence after that early strike. Very unlucky not to score. Senna. Villarreal captain, now Ramos. Look at this from Turkey, working as a team. It's almost like they're all tied together with rope, isn't it? Moving around and following the Spaniards, but there's a chance on here. Good defending in the end, coming in. Hakan Balta made the challenge. Oh, David Silva almost wriggled his way through, the Valencia man. Another corner. Made by Arda Turan. Well, he's been hailed as the star of Turkish football, as I said, the best young talent to come through in years, but he himself in an interview earlier this week said that he's no star, he prefers to be more of a team player, and that's what he'll be trying to do tonight. He has got bags of dribbling ability. Xabi Alonso finds his Liverpool teammate, Albert Riera. Only Silva in the box. That's dangerous. He's lucky to get the free kick there, Ibrahim Uzulmet. Almost played his way into trouble. Clever turn, but you don't really want to be doing that in and around your own penalty area. Azik Tabalta, who's his 15th cap tonight. Now the Brazilian-born Aurelio. Well, the Turks playing it dangerously across their own back line. Maybe a little bit of nerves creeping in. They do look dangerous on the break, though. Turan to Semi, but a sloppy pass. There's one of the most revered managers in the European game, Fatih Terim. Man who won 51 caps himself for Turkey between 1975 and 1985. He was in bullish mood before the game, saying he's got his players fighting for everything. Desperate to get the result against Spain. He said that a draw against the Spaniards wouldn't be too bad, really. In terms of the table, it wouldn't do them much good, but certainly be a respectable result. It's a joy to watch the Spaniards in midfield as they knock the ball around so effortlessly in small little triangles. Senna loses out, though, in a critical position, and Spain could be caught here. Semi's ball forward. Now Niha taking on Piqué. He's got Tuncay in support, but can't quite find him. Eventually the challenge coming in from the Middlesbrough man on Capdevila. A little bit overzealous. Casillas taking the goal kick. Now the first goalkeeper to ever lift the trophy as a captain. That's a decent ball forward here. It's Riera. Silva's in the middle waiting. It's too far for him, but it's been put behind for a corner by Uzulmet. David Silva, just 23 years of age. He's actually winning his 23rd cap tonight as well. Made his debut back in November 2006 against Romania. Shots back here for Torres. Strike on goal. Well, he may feel he might have caught that one a bit better. The Liverpool striker, who got 33 goals last season. He's only managed 11 for the Reds this year. A comfortable save for Volkan Demirel. Aurelio. Real Betis man. Gurkan. Be careful with the clearance. You do get the sense that Arda Turan is coming infield somewhat to get away from Sergio Ramos, and that is leaving a gap down the left for the Turks. Well, looking a little bit lightweight down that side with just Uzulmet coming forward from left back. There is Turan. Nice bit of link-up play in the centre with Nihat, and almost found a way through. Torres. Fernando Torres himself has warned against complacency. Said that the Spaniards may have won 12 on the trot, but you certainly need to concentrate against a side like Turkey. Decent ball that is for Silva. Cuts inside. Looking for Torres. Can't quite find him. Well, maybe Silva should have pulled the trigger himself there. Alonso. It's very crowded in the centre of the park. And again, it's brilliant closing down from the Turks. Arda Turan drifting all over the place at the moment. Fatih Terim doesn't take any nonsense. That's an approach he honed as a hardened defender during his days with Galatasaray. He's known as the Imperator in Turkey, or to us English speakers, the Emperor. Who guided Galatasaray, in fact, to the UEFA Cup in the year 2000. Certainly got a great record. Liverpool and Barcelona known admirers in the past. Xavi. PK tries to find Alonso, but the Liverpool man can't get it under control. So Spain have it back. Xavi again, good turn. Brilliant footwork from the Barcelona midfielder. Now Ramos. No free kick, says the referee. That's going to go Turkey's way for handball. And there may well be a booking here for Sergio Ramos as well. Well, you have to feel for him a little bit, the Real Madrid right back. He was certain that he'd been fouled, picked up the ball. In fact, it was Alonso that handled it. Sergio Ramos obviously said something to the referee. Well, we're now midway through the first half and still no goals. Best chance of the match so far falling to Albert Riera, and that wasn't an easy one. He struck it from all of 25 yards, a dipping volley. Needed to be saved well by Volkan Demirel. That's the closest we've come so far. Well, Turkey will know that they are playing the European champions, but that's not to say they should give them too much respect. The Turks, of course, in the top four as well, semi-finalists in the summer at Euro 2008, and third place as well at World Cup 2002. Fastest goal in World Cup history that day coming from Hakan Şükür against the host South Korea. So they have a decent record. That said, they didn't qualify for Germany 2006, so they'll be desperate to get to South Africa. Senna wins it in midfield, fouled. Alonso to Silva, away by Uzulmez. Ramos will be on the end of some Blue boys now. Silva. Tricky player, tries to thread it through for Torres, unable to. It's nice from Xavi, almost found Torres. He made the run in behind the defence. Spain starting to get into their stride now, showing their technical ability. Bit of room here for Riera. Not much to aim for in the centre. It's very intricate, isn't it, from Spain? Not wants to play the long ball. They're certainly trying to pass their way around the opposition. Here's Setanta, Fenerbahce striker. Now Turan. Aurelio. So his name is Mehmet Aurelio, but actually took on the name Mehmet in order to get citizenship. Chance here for Turkey, surely, and Turkey have taken the lead. No offside flag. The referee looked over Mike Riley and his assistant. And amazingly, it's 1-0 to the home side. Setanta, the man who put it into the net. Lackluster defending in the centre from the Spaniards. No offside, the ball in from Turan. Good work from the Middlesbrough man, Tunçay. And in Gary Lineker style, poaching in the centre was Setanta, who had the simple job of rolling it over the line. Well, what a boost that will be for the Turks. Just what they wanted. There go the firecrackers. I don't think there was any hint of offside. The Turkish strikers timed their run perfectly. But still, the Spaniards very slow to react. You watch Piqué in the centre there, looking over at the linesman. Well, you've got to play to the whistle at this level. So 1-0 to Turkey. A bit unfortunate for Spain, really, because they have been playing some nice football up to that point, and they got caught on the break. The ball in, a difficult one to deal with. It was swerving towards the goalkeeper. Defenders, of course, frightened. It was Marchena, the man who missed it, and well, had he got a touch on it, may have been afraid of diverting it into his own net. But certainly Tunçay reacted quickest and unselfishly laid it across past Casillas for Setanta. Well, that's his 6th international goal in his 13th appearance for the Turkish national side tonight. He's known as Genk Semi, which means Semi the Young by the media. Although now at 25 years of age, I'm not quite sure how apt that name really is. But he's the scorer tonight, the man whose goal separates the two teams. Break on here, maybe Torres can get there. Flag is up though. Well, it wasn't, was he? Unfortunate for Spain, although Demirel got there first. Here's Senna. Well, Spain will be absolutely shocked by that. They're not used to coming from behind, that's for sure. Maybe Turkey can go on and get a second before half-time. Well, I'm surprised. That would be another good ball in there from Arda Turan, and the run again from Tunçay. Spain really are going to have to wake up and make sure they deal with that. Almost an identical ball, slightly further out this time. Emre Azik tussling here with Capdevila. Azik now at his second spell at Galatasaray. Had a 3-year stint at Besiktas between 2003 and 2006. But he's a good defender, likes to get under forward skin, and he's especially good in one-on-one situations. Very strong. Been an international for 16 years now. He's only managed 31 caps in that time. 32nd for him tonight. Again, good passing movement from Spain. Here's Alonso. Finds Ramos. Now Senna. Well, Spain do have strikers on the bench. They've got Llorente and, of course, Daniel Guiza, the man who scored the third against Russia in the semi-final at Euro 2008. Another player who can come on and do a job. Controversial player called back into the squad for this double-header against the Turks. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw at least one of them coming on for the second half. Spain do look a little bit weak up front. They've got the midfield sorted, that's for sure. But it's that final ball, and even if it's decent, there's nobody in the middle except for Torres, who's closely marked at all times. There again, a diagonal ball from Turan, almost finding Tunçay. Away by Balta. Piqué, arguably slightly at fault for the goal, although there wasn't too much he could have done about it. Did think it was offside, but well, he'll learn for next time. Still only 22 years of age, 6'4", the defender, formerly of Manchester United. He was on the Barcelona youth ranks, but he was poached by Manchester United as a youngster. Have to pay anything for him, and then Barcelona had to buy him back for a fee reported to be in the region of £7 million. Said he enjoyed his time at Manchester United and would certainly do it again, but his main problem was that he didn't understand Sir Alex Ferguson's Scottish accent. So he's certainly come on leaps and bounds since his move to Barcelona. Winning his third cap tonight. Here's Senna. Now Silva. Such a small guy, David Silva is certainly extremely difficult to shake off the ball. Only 5'7". Alonso. Senna. That's poor this time from the Villarreal man. He's only granted citizenship 3 years ago in 2006. Scored his first international goal against Armenia in the 4-0 win back in September. Just to round off the 4-0 win, actually, the first goal coming from the left-back this evening, Capdeville, and the other two from David Villa. Well, he doesn't find a place in the squad tonight. Tunçay. Hey, Riera can't get there, though, ahead of Aurelio. Tunçay again. Aside from picking the ball out of the back of the net, Iker Casillas has had little to do so far in this first half. Spain can certainly feel somewhat aggrieved to be 1 goal down. Had a lot of possession. It's not what counts at this level. Goals certainly are, and that's what Turkey have. 1-0 ahead, with around 12 minutes to go until half-time. Clean game so far, over half an hour gone and still no yellow cards. Mike Riley not having to reach for his pocket just yet. Here's Semi. He had spreads play to the right. Would be a massive result, this, not just in terms of the group, but as we mentioned before the match, Spain have not lost in 30 matches, not since September 2006. Coming on for 3 years, and so it'll be a massive statement to the rest of the world, really. Arda Turan, a couple of moments ago, showing some of the touches that have made him hot property in Turkish football. Already been inquiries from the likes of Manchester United, Juventus, AC Milan and Newcastle even. They've all been rebuffed by Galatasaray and Fatih Terim. Volkan. Made that fantastic save from Riera early on. The evidence of the first half so far, it's pretty clear that the game is going to be lost and won in the midfield. That's where all the action is at the moment. Either side really putting too much pressure on in the final third. Both teams crowding out the middle, and Spain coming out on top in midfield. And that's why it's so surprising that they're 1-0 down, but Turkey took their chance, and that's what counts. Throw-in to be taken by Gürkan. Can't quite decide what to do. Almost handled it as he came onto the pitch. Here he is again. Now Aurelio. Well won by Alonso. That's what he's there for, to win the ball deep in midfield and distribute it simply. One of the most simple of balls that time to find Torres, and easily dealt with by the Turks. Uzilmez. That's a strong challenge on Silva, and I think that will probably be the first yellow card of the match. Indeed it will be. And Ibrahim Uzilmez, the 35-year-old, going in on the youngster David Silva. It did look late, even from up here in the stands, so I don't think you can have too many complaints there. Now he's on thin ice. Marchena to Piqué. Actually made his debut in the 2-0 win over England in February. Silva's back on his feet. Here he is. Now Alonso. Riera, who started the game brightly, but has seen less of the ball in the last few minutes of the match, or indeed, well, sort of the last 20 minutes or so, really, the second half of the first half. Maybe the Turks wise to his abilities after that fantastic strike. Of course, well saved by the man taking the goal kick now, Volkan Demirel. Demirel has been in Fenerbahce, his club, since 2002. He's made over 150 appearances for them since signing from Kartalspor over 7 years ago. Well turned by Uzilmez. Rounded out though, into the foul. Xabi Alonso himself was linked with many a transfer over the summer. He was a make-weight, really, in the Gareth Barry saga. Of course, it was speculated that he might go to Juventus. They were coming in with the offers, but in the end, valuation wasn't as high as Liverpool's and Rafa Benitez's. And really, he struggled to work out why Liverpool might have sold him. An integral part of the Reds' midfield, and well, there's a problem here for Emre Azic, the 35-year-old. Just landed awkwardly there, and maybe Torres came down on his leg as well. And this should add a couple of minutes to the end of the half, which is fast approaching now. 5 minutes of normal time, 5.5 minutes to go. Vicente Del Bosque has got some thinking to do. He's become used to winning. He won't be used to giving his team a pep talk to come from behind at half-time. Forgive him for expecting to win this match. Aurelio battling with Senna. The two Brazilians there, naturalised, Spanish and Turkish respectively. quite similar as well, don't they? Both playing the similar roles. The Claude Makelele role, although both of them considerably bigger than the former Chelsea man. Turkey grab a second just before half-time. It will be a great time to score, really knock the wind out of the Spaniards' sails. They're not used to being in this position at all. Really, they haven't had too much defending to do. Certainly they will here. Nihat, the man who looks as though he's going to swing this one in right-footed. Goes for goal. It bounced awkwardly in front of Casillas, but he collected it, and he's run into Semi there. It's going to be a yellow card, in fact. It wasn't Semi, it was Emre Azik, who himself was on the turf a few moments ago with an injury. Well, the big defender remained forward. I don't think Casillas can really say that he didn't see that Emre was in his way. Maybe a little bit unfortunate for the Turkish defender. Second yellow card of the match, both of them so far to Turkey. Arda Turan. Foul by Ramos. He's going to have to be careful. He's been fouling rather persistently in the first half. Won't be long before he sees yellow. Another good ball here for Semi, who turns, lays it off for Nihat! Just over the bar. Plucked out of the air beautifully by Semi. Did well to get it across and spot the run of Nihat. But the Villarreal man blasting over from just outside the box. Well, unfortunate for the Turks. And again, it's that ball down the left flank which is causing the Spaniards problems. Awkward ball, that one for Uzulmets. Deals with it well. Balter away. Well, the Turks looking confident. Turan manages to find a run of Tunçay. He's got players right and left. Overlapping run here from Gürkan. And Casillas has to get there, does so, and I think the free kick will probably go his way. Indeed it does. With too much pressure there. But look at the Turks, they're right onto Spain straight away from the free kick. Not giving them any room at all at the moment. Another nice touch from Arda Turan. Starting to come into this game somewhat. Started a little bit quietly, but in the last few minutes we've seen some lovely touches on the Galatasaray winger. Turan. Maybe took his time a little bit too much. I think he was expecting the referee to blow for a foul there. Here's Emre. Aurelio. Uses Gürkan. Eventually Spain went back possession through Alonso. But again, he can't quite find that final ball. Spain have got a lot of work to do over a half-time break. They're going to have to butt their ideas up for the second half. They really haven't threatened, as we said earlier. The only chance so far for the Spaniards coming through the Liverpool winger Albert Riera. Maybe they can create something here, though, with Torres. Nice turn. Xavi. Now Capdevila, Torres. Torres eventually with the strike. Well, it's been a frustrating first half for the man who came third in the FIFA World Player of the Year awards. into added time at the end of the first half. Just 1 minute, says the fourth official, Mr. Martin Atkinson. It's a good appointment, this one, a massive game for both sides. So an honour for the referee and his team. Here's Ramos. This is better. Still Ramos, this is excellent from Spain. Space here for Silva. Torres! And Alonso can't get there. Well, did David Silva pick the wrong option there? Should he have just laid it across to Sergio Ramos? I think so. Capdevila now, and that will probably be the final action of the half. Well, there we have it, 1-0 to Turkey at half-time. The goal coming on 27 minutes from Semi. The Fenerbahce striker with an easy finish after being set up by Tuncay Sanli. It was Arda Turan with the ball in, and he's looked dangerous, the Galatasaray winger, just 22 years of age. Spain certainly have had plenty of possession in the first half. They've knocked it around beautifully. And, well, they're remonstrating here with Mike Riley, and they're going to have to be careful not to get booked here. Not quite sure what it's about. Indeed, Xavi has picked up a yellow card during the half-time break. Well, silly. It's not like the referee is going to change his mind. And the Barcelona man talks his way into the book. Well, we go in at the break at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium after an excellent first half. Turkey 1, Spain.
It's a feast of football this April on Setanta Sports. We bring you live coverage of the FA Cup semi-finals from Wembley, 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers from South America and Europe, including England versus the Ukraine. The Scottish Cup reaches the last four, the Copa Libertadores, and all the action from the top leagues in Europe. Just some of your highlights this April on Setanta Sports.
Welcome to Football Matters. Football Matters here, bringing you the very last word on the weekend's action.
I don't care, just get rid of it.
That's brilliant. Very good. And Man United always seem to get their way, though. Amazing how they manage.
Who wrote the foreword to your book, Graham?
Sir Alex Ferguson.
Categorically steer. I've never used the sunbed in my
Yeah,
life.
you're a liar.
Now, we're not all talk here on Football Matters. There's plenty of action, too.
Money does bring success.
Crashing down to earth like Russell Grant on a bungee.
How cool is that?
Football Matters, Tuesday nights on Setanta Sports. Barca TV on Setanta Sports, bringing you delayed coverage of every La Liga, Champions League and Copa del Rey game, plus news and features from inside the Camp Nou. Barca TV, exclusively on Setanta Sports. This weekend, live on Setanta Sports, 3 Scottish Premier League games. First up on Saturday night, Dundee United welcome Hibernian to Tannadice. Then Celtic host Hamilton as their chase for 4 in a row continues. Nakamura! And that's followed on Sunday night with a must-win game for Rangers as they travel to Falkirk. Scottish Premier League, this weekend, live on Setanta Sports.
The top 5 on the shortlist for the FIFA World Player of the Year. 3 Spaniards in there, none of them won it though. And it's Turkey to get us underway. Well, they lead by a goal to 0. They've still got a long way to go, and well, playing a side with quality in such abundance as Spain, they certainly can't write them off, that's for sure. The Turks have got a lot of work to do in the second half, but it's looking good for them at the moment, 1-0. And the onus is on Spain to claw it back. There's Xavi. That's an early chance. Torres. Riera has got 3 men to get past. He's done well. Well, he almost beat 2 of them. Cleared away. by Gurkhan. He's got it back here again. Almost threads in Torres there. Just a little bit too much weight on the pass, but he split the Turkish defence open there. Well, almost a couple of chances within the first minute. Good movement from Torres, something we didn't really see in the first half. Still looking for his first goal in the match. There's Tuncay, the man who assisted Semi for the goal which separates the two sides at the moment. Aurelio. Maybe we'll see a bit more of a cautious approach from the Turks. Surely Fatih Terim, though, has enough experience to know that you can't sit on a 1-0 lead against the European champions. Arda Turan, impressive in the first half. Alto clears, only finds Senna. Alonso to Torres. Now Spain looking a little bit more promising at the beginning of the second half, although saying that they did have a lot of possession in the first. They were knocking it around the midfield very nicely indeed. Just that final product that was lacking, and well, I mentioned this before and I'll say it again, Torres looking a little bit lonesome on his own up front. I think he could do with a David Villa in there. He's not in the squad tonight, but maybe we'll see Guiza or indeed Fernando Llorente appearing in the second half. Turan tries to get it on. He's going to get it back here as well. He's got Nihan outside of him. Now semi-centre, ball in again, Nihan! What a chance again! Well, the Villarreal striker can't find the net for the second time. He had another good chance shortly before the end of the first half, which he blasted over with his right foot with some power. Again, he went for a thumping effort again, but it's bent away with his left foot. Excellent move down the right from the Turks. And they look dangerous. Capdevila. Now Xavi. Silva to Ramos. Torres. Oh, the dummy from Alonso. Again crowded out though with the Spanish front line. Semi-Santurk. Looking for the run of Tuncay. Capdevila to Riera. Riera doesn't have the typical physique of a winger, does he? Very tall and gangly figure, but he's got great skill and a good left foot too. Of course, he was on loan at Manchester City for the 2005-2006 season from Espanyol, but he decided not to take up the offer. Went back to Espanyol for a season before joining Liverpool. Cost 8 million in the end. Maybe Manchester City could have had a bargain, but not that any kind of money is a problem for them these days. Money no object, of course. Here's Alonso. Good ball. Can Torres get on the end of it? It's too long. Nice idea, though, from Alonso, and that's what he's famed for. Raking passes across field. Here again, we see the chance for Nihat. Well, he panicked a bit, didn't he? Swung his foot at it, and maybe a bit of a cooler head would have guided that one into the back of the net. Although he still had Casillas to beat, of course. No mean feat either. That one's going to come down with Snowden, I think. A massively high kick from Volkan Demirel. Capdevila. 31-year-old wing-back. Hasn't really had a chance to get forward down the left, with Riera really dominating the flank from midfield. Here he is again, Riera. Only Capdevila is a man who can cross a ball with some skill. He's got a chance here. Capdevila across. Well, luckily for Turkey, Emre Azik was there. The flag's gone up anyway against Capdevila. And, well, the assistant referee's got that one right. Whether he was looking at Torres or Capdevila, cross it into Torres wasn't the best at the end of it anyway, but nice threaded ball through. Well, the two Villarreal teammates, Nihat and Senna, exchanging a few friendly words. Might be friendly if they're going in for a tackle, I'm sure. Gürkan then with the throw, the man who missed Euro 2008 so unfortunately with an injury. Fenerbahce now the 24-year-old, he signed in 2007 from lower league Gençler Birliği, offside against Tuncay. We see the man who guided Spain to that fantastic trophy-winning summer. Luis Aragonés, of course, replaced by Vicente del Bosque now, but quite curiously said that the Spanish FA didn't want to keep him on, and that's why he resigned. I can't quite see why they wouldn't want to keep him on after he just won them a major championship, but well, you never know. Marchena, booze coming from the Turkish fans. Well, it might not quite be hell, certainly the pitch isn't, but Turkish fans doing their best to make it sound like it. Ball here for Torres. Offside flag is raised. Well, it was tight. Probably the correct decision. Torres, I'm not quite convinced by him as a lone striker. I think he needs a player to play off the shoulder of. Somebody to get the flick-ons for him so he can get in behind the defence. He hasn't had that kind of surface today. Whistle's got a gain here, Mike Riley, the Englishman in the middle. Senna for Spain. Alonso. Sergio Ramos, a player who gets his fair share of goals from defence. He's scored 17 since he's been with Real Madrid. Signed for them 4 years ago, but it's still a pretty decent record for a defender. Hasn't really managed to get forward in tonight's match at all. Something he does like to do, the 23-year-old. One of the most expensive teenagers when he signed from Sevilla in 2005. Cost them 27 million euros, which is really some price for a 19-year-old. Still, that was bettered by Manchester United, who paid over 30 million for Wayne Rooney. Piqué looking for Torres. Judged to have fouled Emre Azik. He's already on a yellow card himself, the 35-year-old, but sent crashing by the Liverpool man this time. Vicente del Bosque knows all about success. He was manager of Real Madrid, one of the most successful periods in their history between 99 actually and 2003. Won the Champions League twice in that time, in the year 2000 and 2002, but his tenure came to an end, seeing as he had no control seemingly over the Galactico policy. Yellow card here for Semih Şentürk. Senna, the man who's on the turf. Well, the goal scorer goes into the referee's book. Clumsy. Xavi Alonso. Xavi, who's come deep for once. Haven't really seen him in that role. He certainly started his career at Barcelona, made over 300 appearances for them now. Despite being just 29 years of age, he's been with the club, it seems, forever, making his 71st appearance for Spain tonight as well. Actually been with Barcelona since he was 11 years old, so that says something about loyalty. But, he's been playing more of an advanced role than I'm used to seeing him in. He's been more of a playmaker this year at Barcelona, I'm told. So the role he's good in as well. He's set up 2 goals from free kicks, which he took in the 3-0 win over Estonia back in October. Aurelio. Still Turkey with the best chance of the match so far. One coming from Nihat. Silva, beg your pardon. No David Villa on the side tonight at all. He's not even on the bench. He's a trickster, isn't he, David Silva? Good turn of pace, excellent change of direction, very hard to handle, but so too is Arda Turan. He was excellent in the first half, yet to see him really appear in the second. Riera to Capdevilla, first chance for him to cross. Good skill, can't get it past the first defender though. Now Nihat. Play on, says the referee. Unfortunately for Spain, the ball to Riera is a poor one, and Turkey get away with it. But the referee certainly knows his own mind. Won't be told any different from the players and their opinions, or indeed the crowd on the free kicks. As we saw earlier, booked Xavi for his mouthiness during the half-time interval. 4 yellow cards so far in the match, 3 of them going to Turkey, just the one for Spain, as we mentioned. Xavi, the man on the end of it. Senna. Now Torres, there's space here for Spain. Riera, but that's a terrible ball from Fernando Torres. Well, Spain could have done a lot more with that. Riera and Torres had plenty of space. Riera making the run outside of him. And that's disappointing from the Liverpool man. He expected more of it. Certainly is a player for the big occasion. Scored in recent games against Real Madrid and Manchester United for Liverpool, who are well back into the title race in the Premier League. Hasn't produced the goods tonight as yet. We still have about half an hour to go in this game. Sanli loses out to Alonso, but Aurelio clears up. Piqué. That's what Spain are good at, the quick one-touch moves, but Torres offside, leaves it for the run of David Silva. Boos every time the Spaniards get the ball at the moment, no matter who the player is. Here's Senna. Ramos. Well, every Turkish player in their own half defending at the moment. There's space here for Riera. Good sliding challenge coming across. Again, it's Emre Azik. As we mentioned earlier, excellent on one-on-ones. Brilliant tackler. Showing all his experience as well tonight. 35-year-old. Punched by Demirel, chance is still there for Spain. Surely that's a foul on the goalkeeper, eventually given. Well, the ball ricocheting all over the place there. Well, has the referee given a penalty? Well, the Turkish players surrounding the referee. Let's take another look at this one. The punch from Demirel, the header from Torres, and it looked as though perhaps Uzulmez handled. He did. Well, that was a handball from Ibrahim Uzulmez. And it's going to be a penalty to Spain. Well spotted by Mike Riley, the referee. Still Tunçay Sanli, the captain of Turkey, remonstrating. He's going to have to be careful so he doesn't get booked. Well, a life back into the game. Spain have some real penalty specialists. Certainly Marcos Senna is a good one, but Xabi Alonso is the man stepping forward. Alonso, 1-1. Spain equalised from the spot. Unfortunate for Turkey. In my eyes, it looked as though Volkan Demirel had been fouled, but there certainly was a handball in there by Ibrahim Uzulmez. The header coming from Fernando Torres, and well, Alonso made no mistake from the spot, did he? Sent the goalkeeper the wrong way. Thank you very much. Well, if it stays like this, Spain will make it 31 games unbeaten. Certainly a record they'll want to keep hold of if they don't get the win even. Could get interesting now. Turkey and their fans will be desperate for another goal to get them the win. They need the win. They certainly need it more than Spain do. Although Spain still looking to make it 6 out of 6. It's a nice record to have the 100% one, and they won't want to lose it tonight. Header away from Piqué. Nihat swinging the ball in. Eventually away. Here's Capdevila. Now Torres. Goes for the 1-2, but cut out by Gürkan Gönül. They will buy the Brazilian legend Zico as the Turkish Cafu. If he's anything like the former AC Milan and Roma man, then he's got a bright future ahead of him, the 24-year-old. Semi. Nihat gets it across here for Uzulmez. Now Arda Turan, somebody we're yet to see a bit of in the second half. Here he is. Makes his way to the byline. Wins the corner. Turan's corner. Not gathered at the first attempt by Casillas. Was looped back over by Emre Azik over the bar. Looks as though it's going to be another corner. Turan gets a second chance. This time Casillas makes no mistake. Good claim from the Real Madrid keeper. David Silva with the foul there. It would have been away if it hadn't been given. Well, Marcos Senna is down. Number 16. Not getting any younger now, the 32-year-old has really come to his prime into his 30s. Of course, a star in the summer. Signed for Villarreal back in 2002 from São Caetano in Brazil. As we approach the midway point in the second half, Gerard Piqué gets a few instructions from the bench. Well, who scored the winner on Saturday, maybe he can get the winner tonight as well. Hasn't really put a foot wrong, the giant defender. We are going to have a substitution now for Spain. Senna is unable to continue. And coming on in his place is Cazorla, who is a tricky player, certainly a different type of player to Senna. More a player to attack the Turks, so a sign that Spain are going for the win. Piqué away. Nihat wins the corner. Or has he? No, it's a goal kick. So Santi Cazorla, another Villarreal man, replacing his club teammate. Wins his 15th cap tonight. Well, he's an ambidextrous player. Can play on either flank, and he's extremely quick. Instrumental in Villarreal's second place finish in La Liga last term. And he certainly got his admirers, although caused a bit of controversy last summer. Real Madrid were after him after the good season with Villarreal, and he turned them down quite publicly, saying that they can't have everybody that they want. So, well, fair play to him, I suppose, but I don't think he'll be going there anytime soon. Obviously a surprise inclusion in the Euro 2008 squad ahead of the likes of Joaquin and indeed Albert Riera, who starts on the left tonight. Let's see what Cazorla can do. Aurelio being pressured by Torres. Surely a foul. And probably a card here for the Liverpool man as well. He just gets a stern talking to from Mike Riley. Gurkan. Hakan Balta. Free kick goes Spain's way. Still Spain lacking numbers up front at the moment. Brought on Cazorla to add a little bit of steel to things and a little bit of action. But, well, Torres could be away here. He's worked himself in, but he won't make it. Seeing as that's the first time he's actually got in behind the Turkish defence, I think it was probably coming as a surprise to him. It was good covering work at the back by Hakan Balta, but Torres overrun it before it looked like it was going to become a chance. Never really looked like getting hold of it. Xavi. Capdevila. Turkey failed at a 1-1 result. There's certainly no disgrace after losing 1-0 at the weekend. It will be at least going one better. Now they'd like to go two better and get the victory, though. Again, the Turks starting to put the pressure on. No space for the Spaniards. Although they still managed to knock the ball around with such ease and guile. Capdevila. Turned by Riera, straight into trouble. Well, in terms of the table, if it stays like this, Spain will remain top. They'd be on 16 points. Turkey would then be on 9, and it would depend on what both Belgium and Bosnia and Herzegovina have done tonight. They aren't able to get the win. A draw would probably suit them best because Belgium and Bosnia, both sides who can overtake them. Except for the penalty, of course. Turkey's makeshift defence certainly giving a good account of itself. Still missing the likes of Selçuk Şahin, Gökhan Zan and Sevet Setin of Galatasaray. Giant defender. Great turn that is by Gökhan. The first time we've seen him attack. Chance in the centre for Semi. Well, he was inches away from making it 2-1 to Turkey there. So close. Brilliant stuff from the right back. Cazorla comes away with it. Now Silva. Well, another chance for Turkey. They've had one or two in this game. And while they may go to rue that one, brilliant ball in it was from Gökhan. Just evaded Semi. Well, inches away from his and Turkey's second goal of the match. Now it's the captain, Tuncay. Aurelio. More positive from Turkey. Well, one in the air by Gerard Piqué. You'd expect him to though, at 6'4", wouldn't you? Here he is again on the ball. Calmly dealt with. Ramos to Xavi. Zola can't quite get hold of it. Looks as though he's assumed a more right-hand-sided role, the Villarreal man. Made his debut last year in May against Peru. Good ball that from Piqué. Here is Cazorla. Torres. Great save from Demiral. Well, one of the first times we've seen Torres peel off the shoulder of a defender and actually managed to get a strike in on goal. It was good vision by Piqué, the Barcelona man, to find Cazorla. The ball back was nicely weighted and the strike eventually coming from Torres. It needed to be saved superbly by Demiral. Now, chances at either end at the moment. Could go anybody's way. As you can see, David Silva is being withdrawn by Vicente Del Bosque, and he's going to be replaced by Sergi Busquets, another Barcelona man. You may remember his father, actually, Carles Busquets, who was a Barcelona goalkeeper in the 90s, retired in 1999. And he's involved straight away. Chance for Spain. Well away by Balta. Still the chance not completely dealt with. Eventually Turan comes away with it. Good pace that from the Galatasaray man, but challenged in the end. As I said, Busquets, his father was a professional, but he himself, who's 20 years of age, is an example of somebody coming through the ranks, I beg your pardon. He was only playing third-tier football with the Barcelona second team 9 months ago, and then received a call-up last February against England. Riera, some space for him, strikes it. Comfortably over the bar this time for Falcao. Again, we look at that save, it was bending away towards that top corner. And the Fenerbahce keeper with two strong hands to it. Foul this time by Capdevila. A little bit of afters there. Referee wants to have a word. decides he doesn't need that supporting band after all. Gurkan has shown us already that he can deliver a ball. It's a good one. Comes out as far as Turan. Another good delivery. Away this time by Piqué. Now the right back is popping up on the left wing. Total football this from Fatih Terim's side. Starting to hot up with 15 minutes to go since that equaliser from Xabi Alonso from the spot for Spain. Indeed, we're going to get the 5th yellow card of the match as well. And indeed, another substitution. Karadenic is coming on. Looks as though Fatih Terim is going for the draw and securing a point here. He certainly won't want to come away with nothing. He's taking off Nihat though. Certainly showing that he's going for a more defensive approach, and by the look on his face, Nihat's not too happy about that move, but still, 1 point is better than none, so Fatih Terim may well be proved right, but well, Turkey are a team renowned for coming back in the closing stages. They don't need to come back at the moment, but if they could grab a goal in the closing 15 minutes or so, I'm sure their fans would be absolutely delighted. Spain, meanwhile, they're capable as well. Capdevila. Torres. Space here for Xabi, overlapping run from Ramos, one of the first times we've seen him come forward, but that is an expert challenge coming in from Ibrahim Uzlumez. He had to time it right, otherwise Ramos was in behind him, and of course Uzlumez has a yellow card already as well, but loose ball at the back, it's Riera. Torres just above him. Well, Riera did well to get to the byline and dig the cross out, but it was too high for the Liverpool man. And the Reds teammates unable to combine this time. And just confirming for you that yellow card for Arda Turan from a few minutes ago. Davila. Piqué. Swampy in midfield from Busquets. Well, Batuhan Karadenic, the Turkish substitute, only 17 years of age, only making his second appearance for the national side. An amazing record from his youth career, actually. He scored 226 goals in 86 official matches, 6'3.5" as well, so certainly somebody who can put himself about in the box. Here's Tuncay. Now Emre. The first times we've seen him really take the ball on the run. Eventually, play is stopped and Turkey can make their substitution. Riley blowing the whistle enough times, and well, the goal scorer for Turkey is coming off. Semih Şentürk, and a defensive substitution from Fatih Terim. Sabri Sarıoğlu, the man coming on, the Galatasaray man, known as Speedy Gonzalez by the Galatasaray fans. He'll get a cheer, I'm sure, when he gets the ball from the fans at the Ali Sami yet. They're used to seeing his bombing runs. Chance here. Well, Tunçay's gone down. It was a decent strike, needed to be saved, but comfortable for arguably the world's best goalkeeper, Iker Casillas. Needed his eyes open, though. He came and didn't collect. Tunçay with a wicked strike. Certainly had venom, but not quite far enough into the corner. And he looks in quite some trouble here following that shot. That will be worrying for Fatih Terim. Certainly the manager will not want to lose his captain, the Middlesbrough man. Let's take another look at that one. Well, it was a nasty challenge coming out from Busquets. He caught his foot as it was following through from the strike. I don't think it's going to be anything too serious, but certainly a bit of nasty bruising. Hopefully the captain will be okay to continue. He's had a decent game so far. PK also getting ready to come back on. Tunçay, an important player for Turkey, arguably an even more important player for Middlesbrough. Been in fantastic form, although he's only scored 6. Usually plays on the right wing for Middlesbrough. He scored against Liverpool in a shock 2-0 win a couple of months ago. Watched that one, and he was superb in that game. Being replaced down the right at the moment by Gürkan, the right back. Aurelio, Gürkan again. Goes back to his goalkeeper, has to come for it. Look at that, the waves. Get it forward, he says. Let's get the winner. Marchena to clear. Not sure that Busquets knew where that header was going. Luckily for him, it found a teammate. Now Riera. Overlapping run from Capdevila. Bends one in. Well, that's the right kind of delivery. Good idea from Capdevila, putting it in between the defence and the goalkeeper. Always impossible to deal with. That's why they left it and let it go through. But fortunately for Spain, Torres didn't take the gamble. Here's Xavi. Finds Torres. Good turn. Crowded out once again. Turkey playing their way out of trouble. Come on, leaps and bounds really, Turkey. Look through the years and they're not always involved in major championships now. It'll be weird if they're not there. They won't be, arguably, if the game stays like this. They still need to get into second place. Being beaten to it by Bosnia at the moment. Header away by Gürkan. Well, Karadeniz there. On his own up front, really. The 17-year-old. He's on loan from Besiktas at Eskişehirspor. And finally, well, I was going to say there, a partner for Fernando Torres, but quite surprisingly, the manager Vicente Del Bosque has decided to take off his star striker and replace him with another one. Still one up front then for Spain. And it's Daniel Giza, the man who scored the third. He might get an early chance here as well, and almost got there ahead of Emre Azic. Decent ball forward it was. What a story that would have been, scoring with his first touch. Well, Giza replaces Torres up front. Controversial figure. He's been out of the squad for some time and recalled for these, well, for the double header against Turkey. Will he be able to silence his critics with a goal? Turkey on the attack. Looked like a handball in there. Still play goes on, says the referee. And eventually Turan's strike dragged well wide. Well, corner, says the referee. Didn't look like it to me. Only 4 minutes to go now, so Turkey anxious to grab a goal. Turan too deep. I think Capdevila would have preferred that one to have gone for a goal kick. Spain are going to be pegged back in their own half now. And we see that handball I mentioned a couple of moments ago from Tunçay, not spotted by the ref. Aurelio looking for the run of Sarrioglu, who fouls Capdevila. In fact, it's Piqué, the man he's fouled. Tells him to get up quickly, and well, Gerard Piqué not too happy with the challenge. Wasn't too malicious, he just clipped his knee as he went through. And time running out for both sides in terms of the 3 points now. They haven't had a real host of chances. A couple, of course, falling to Nihat. Another substitution now for Turkey. Arda Turan comes off. The man replacing him is Sahin. Nuri Sahin. Interesting move, that. Surely an offside flag against Giza, yes. Quickly seen by the referee's assistant this time. As I was saying, Turan, a player who was tighter than I thought, looking at the replay, especially with the touch through from the defender. Maybe Giza was unlucky there. So Sahin replacing Turan, the Borussia Dortmund youngster. 20 years of age, winning his 12th cap. And he'll add some weight to the midfield. Strike coming in this time from Sabri. He felt that was a handball. Gürkan. Good pressure this from Turkey. Now Sabri. Excellent delivery, chance! Wide. Well, it was Gürkan who'd made the run to the near post. Expert delivery from Sabri. Well, it fell kindly there for the defender, but he couldn't quite wrap his foot around it. There again, we see the strike from Sabri. Maybe he had a case against Piqué with the handball. Yellow card. Emre, the man with the challenge there. A bit lazy from the former Newcastle man. Capdevila. Now Alonso. Crisp ball out wide to find Ramos, but another good challenge coming in, the Turks. But not going to let this one go, and they might think Spain will be after snatching a late goal, but there's one team you don't want to be playing at 1-1 with just a couple of minutes to go. It's the Turks. Well, we see another late show from the men in red tonight. It's a nice bit of skill on the far side from Cazorla. Almost finds a way through as well, and had he got there, Giza was waiting in the centre. Well, the 90 minutes come to a close, and we've got 4 minutes of injury time. That's a poor effort over the bar there, though. Certainly Alonso can strike them better than that. We know that from the Premiership. Forward by Balta. One in the air by Karadenis, who's excellent in the air, but he's a real predator as well if they can get the ball to him in the box. Well, they'll be wishing that that chance a few moments ago had fallen to him instead of Gürkan. Giza on the chase, he'll make it as well. Gets the wrong side of Balta. And a chance here in the middle, and it's been won for Spain! Albert Riera, the Liverpool man, wins it in injury time. He silences the cauldron of hell at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. The referee wants them to hurry up. Oh, Del Bosque calm. But I'm sure he'll be delighted inside, and well, you have to feel for the Turks. Maybe I cursed them by saying you didn't want to be playing them in the last couple of minutes at 1-1. Well, they've gone behind. Good work from Danny Giza down the right. He got the wrong side of Balta, who has up to then had a flawless game in this match. And Giza unselfishly laid it across for Albert Riera. Well, look at this. Balta beaten, the pace of Giza took it around him. And a good finish from the Liverpool winger through the legs of Volkan Demirel. Well, that really will have knocked the life out of the Turks. They've worked so hard once again, closing the Spaniards down at every opportunity, and they've been undone in the final moments here. Still, it's not over yet. Can Turkey put in a repeat performance from Euro 2008 and equalise? Well, it would be amazing, wouldn't it? But certainly don't bet against it. Well, the Spanish will be aware of that. And Casillas taking all the time in the world to get that ball. Shake of the head from Fatih Terim, the Turkish manager, former Fiorentina, AC Milan man. He's been there and done it all in the past, but even that will have upset him. Maybe another chance here. Riera once more. Again, Spain have got space down the right a couple of times in the last few minutes. Something Turkey really need to work on. Sabri. Another 4 minutes are up. Referee about to blow his whistle. Look at the watch there. And Spain are all set to make it 6 out of 6 in Group 5 and take them up to 18 points. And really, I think we can safely say we're going to see them appearing at South Africa in 2010. It's been a brilliant game, no doubt about that. Thoroughly enjoyable to watch. Quite over yet, but surely any second now. Turkey know that it only takes a second to score a goal. They'll have that ingrained on their mentality after the summer, their exploits in Austria and Switzerland. Still, the ref refuses to blow Mike Riley. And eventually he does. And it's all over here at the Ali Sami Yen Stadium. Well, a very somber mood at the end. The fires of hell have been extinguished by the Spanish. The Red Fury. And they've came to Istanbul and they've conquered. A goal in injury time from Albert Riera, after being unselfishly laid off by Danny Giza, who did well to get the better of Hakan Balta. Unfortunate for the Turks, unfortunate for Balta. He'd been excellent in the match so far. The Turks, of course, took the lead in the 27th minute through Semi. After a nice ball in from Turan, found Tunchai Sanli. He laid it across. Easy tap in for Semi.
It's a feast of football this April on Setanta Sports. We bring you live coverage of the FA Cup semi-finals from Wembley, 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers from South America and Europe, including England versus the Ukraine. The Scottish Cup reaches the last four, the Copa Libertadores, and all the action from the top leagues in Europe. Just some of your highlights this April on Setanta Sports. This weekend, live on Setanta Sports, 3 Scottish Premier League games. First up on Saturday night, Dundee United welcome Hibernian to Tannadice. Then Celtic host Hamilton as their chase for 4 in a row continues. Nakamura! And that's followed on Sunday night with a must-win game for Rangers as they travel to Falkirk. Scottish Premier League, this weekend, live on Setanta Sports.
Welcome to Football Matters. Football Matters here, bringing you the very last word on the weekend's action.
I don't care, just get rid of it.
That's brilliant. Very good. Man United always seem to get their way, though. Amazing how they manage.
Who wrote the foreword to your book, Graham?
Sir Alex Ferguson.
Categorically still, I've never used the sunbed in my
Yeah,
life.
you're a liar.
Now, we're not all talk here on Football Matters. There's plenty of action too.
Money does bring success.
Crashing down to earth like Russell Grant on a bungee.
How cool is that?
Football Matters, Tuesday nights on Setanta Sports.
I'll take one. It'll be good fun. I might be able to teach him a thing or two.
Pretty much at the edge of my limit right now. I'm battling the elements here. I'm just really disappointed in myself, you know?
Today's a good day to die, huh?
Agony doesn't describe what my back's in. Can't breathe.
I feel like one of them, you know? I feel like a warrior.
It looks like we're definitely going to be walking out of here with some injuries, if we walk out of here at all.
Last Man Standing, Tuesday 9:30 on BBC Knowledge Channel 619.
An epic rivalry, and here we go again. And they're over. It's threatening to boil over here. 2 rivals, 2 champions, 1 massive match.